If the term of reincarnation were to be defined in a single sentence, one such definition could be the concept that the soul, after biological death, begins a new life in a new body. However, reincarnation is a much more complicated term and belief than will be described here, especially when exploring the many cultures, both ancient and modern, who share the common belief of reincarnation within their religion. The most important religions that believe that individuals reincarnate include Hinduism and Buddhism, which also share elements of their religions between one another. For instance, the terms of reincarnation and rebirth are generally used interchangeably, but they can possess different meanings once a person explores the culture that uses each term. Speaking about Hinduism first, the body goes through a natural process of birth, death, and rebirth, or reincarnation from one body to another. Hindus believe that the jiva, or Atman, the soul, is intrinsically pure. However, because of the layers of I-ness and my-ness, the soul goes through transmigration in the cycles of births and deaths, being reborn as an animal, human, or even a divinity. Death destroys the physical body, but not the soul, as it is eternal. Therefore, it takes on another body with respect to its karmas. Every karma produces a result which must be experienced either in this or some future life. As long as the soul is enveloped in ignorance, it remains attached to material desires and subject to the cycles of births and deaths. Buddhism, on the other hand, which will be our main subject of discussion, is a little bit more complicated, as both the terms of rebirth and reincarnation are not accurate enough to describe the Buddhist doctrine, which is that the evolving consciousness, or stream of consciousness, upon death, becomes one of the contributing causes for the arising of a new aggregation. The entire process of change from one life to the next is more accurately called becoming again, or in Sanskrit, punarbhava, or becoming, simply bhava. The entire universal process of beings being reborn again and again is called wandering about, or samsara. The consciousness in the new person is neither identical nor entirely different from that in the deceased, but the two form a causal continuum or stream. These lives can be in any of a large number of states of being, including the human, any kind of animal, or several types of supernatural being. But, similar to Hinduism, the consciousness is conditioned by the karmas, the actions of the body, speech, and mind of previous lives. Good karmas will yield a happier rebirth or reincarnation. Bad karmas will produce one which is more unhappy. The basic cause for this is the abiding of consciousness in ignorance. When ignorance is uprooted, rebirth ceases. The term samsara, the term used for wandering about, can also be used for the term of suffering, usually depicted in a cycle which has many names, including being known as the Wheel of Life, the Six Paths, and the Six Realms of Karmic Rebirth. This concept stems from Hindu philosophies, using the concept of transmigration. All living beings are born into one of the 6 states of existence. All are trapped in this wheel of life. All beings within the 6 realms are doomed to death and rebirth in a recurring cycle over countless ages, unless they can break free from desire and attain enlightenment. Further, upon death, all beings are reborn into a lower or higher realm depending on their actions while still alive, involving the concept of karma and karmic retribution. Now, before I continue, the Wheel of Life is not the only forms of existence within Buddhism. What will be described here is only one of the 3 major realms of existence, the realm of desire, where sexual passion and other forms of desire predominate. 2 other major realms exist, including the desireless realm, or pure form realm, where beings are not subject to the extremes of pleasure and pain, or governed by desires for things pleasing to the senses, and do not have sexual distinctions. There are supposedly 18 realms, but there can be anywhere between 17 to 22 based on a number of different Buddhist texts. The last major realm is the Formless Realm. 4 types or classes of deva, or gods, live here, and none of the beings inhabiting them have either shape or location, and correspondingly the realm has no location either in a physical sense. This realm includes the sphere of neither perception nor non-perception, the sphere of nothingness, the sphere of infinite consciousness, and the sphere of infinite space. Returning to the Wheel of Life, in order to take a closer look at the intricacies of the realms, a good illustrated assistant is needed, and what you see now is the Wheel of Life depicted on what is known as a thenka. Thenkas are paintings on cotton or silk applique, usually depicting a Buddhist deity, scene, or mandala, a spiritual or ritual symbol of some sort. The thenka is not a flat creation like an oil painting or acrylic painting, but consists of a picture panel which is painted or embroidered over which a textile is mounted, and then over which is laid a cover, usually silk. Generally, thenkas last a very long time and retain much of their luster, but because of their delicate nature, they have to be kept in dry places where moisture won't affect the quality of the silk. Thenkas serve as important teaching tools depicting the life of the Buddha, various influential lamas, and other deities, such as this one of Mahakala, the god of death or beyond the time, belonging to the fourth hierarchy of deities. So let's start dissecting the Wheel of Life. There are 6 main sections on the wheel, and these depict the 6 states or realms that individuals may be born into and born again into. And there are 3 higher states and 3 lower states. The 3 lower states consist of the animal realm, characterized by a degree of ignorance and behavior dictated by basic instincts such as food and sex. Beings are easily exploited and used as food for humans, such as clothing and instruments for work and entertainment. When humans are not present, animals usually live in extreme conditions of either hot deserts or cold tundras and ice caps. There is also the realm of Hell's beings, characterized by extremes of heat and cold, representing the conditions of anger and cold-hearted hatred. Beings are in a constant state of turmoil, tossed back and forth between the extreme states of temperature. The last of the lower realms is the Praetus realm, or the realm of hungry ghosts, beings with bloated bellies and long, skinny necks who are obsessed with their own needs. Humans dictated by greed are relegated to this realm, and are constantly thirsty and hungry. This can never be extinguished because they perceive food and water as pus and blood, and are therefore in a constant state of denial and dissatisfaction. The 3 higher states of the Wheel of Life, on the other hand, include the Ashurus realm, or the realm of the demigods. Although the environment is rather tranquil, jealousy is a source of torment. Demigods are in competition with each other, comparing their situation with those around them, usually feeling cheated and deserving of more. The realm of the gods, or devas, is also in the higher states. Here, happiness replaces suffering, but this is a temporary existence. Once their karma is exhausted, gods will have to leave this realm and return to the cycle. And lastly, the 3 higher realms consist of the human realm, characterized by birth, sickness, old age, and death. This state of suffering is caused by human faults controlling behavior, such as hatred, attachment, and delusion. This is the most important realm, because it is the only realm where behavior can be controlled, and therefore the path to enlightenment actualized. Each of these realms actually have significance with the 6-syllable mantra Om Mani Padme Hum, as each realm connects with each syllable. Om with the God realm, Ma with the Ashurus realm, Ni with the human realm, Pod with the animal realm, Me with the Praetus realm, and Hum with the Hell's realm. The 6 realms are the important parts of the Wheel of Life, but there are also sections that also contribute to the cycle. Looking to the very center, there is a depiction of 3 animals who represent the 3 root delusions, or cardinal faults and mental poisons, responsible for all suffering. The pig stands for greed and attachment, the snake, hatred, and the rooster, ignorance or delusion. Consumed by craving, enraged by hatred, blinded by delusion, overwhelmed and despairing, man contemplates his own downfall, that of others, and both together. The animals bite each other's tails to show that these evils are inseparable. The outer circle of the 3 animals represents actions or karma and are split between the higher and lower realms. The lower realms are part of the right side of the circle, meaning people heading downward as a result of non-virtuous actions, and the left side are for the higher realms, moving upward as a result of virtuous actions. In addition, a second larger circle borders the entire wheel, split into 12 sections, or the 12 links of dependent origination. Each section has a specific representation for the individual that is sequential in nature, where one link leads to another. Going clockwise, the links are ignorance, for the true nature of all phenomena; karma, where we shape our own destiny by our actions; consciousness, the mind of the ignorant wandering; name and form, inseparable spiritual and physical energies; the six senses, sight, smell, taste, hearing, touch, and thought; contact with the world; feelings arising from contact; desire from feelings or attachment; grasping or clinging to the object of desire; existence or becoming; birth; and aging and death. All of these elements of the Wheel of Life are ultimately held by Yama, the Lord of Death, holding it firmly in the clutches of his teeth and claws, symbolizing the inevitability of death and the impermanence of all existence. Finally, two last elements exist in the Thangka outside of the Wheel of Life. One is Buddha, who is pointing towards the moon, suggesting that following the path of the Wheel of Life he revealed is the means to transcend the ocean of samsara and reach the state of enlightenment. The moon Buddha is pointing to represents that liberation. Ignorance surrounds those who belong to each of the 6 realms, and the wheel continues to turn for them. Liberation awaits those who wish and strive for enlightenment in each of the 6 realms, and while the wheel continues to turn, individuals can escape from realms by achieving enlightenment and alleviating suffering within the realm, which will lead an individual one step closer on Buddha's suggested path to liberation from the Wheel of Life.